And we are live. Oh, it should be fairly warm enough today that I don't need that blaring. I still got to track down some bushings and then we're good to go. Vortex. If there's the other ones I need. Those ones are beat up. I got some spares. Those aren't ready. All right. Sorry, I don't have this up yet. I'm about 5 minutes behind where I wanted to be. Car keys. Those in a bit. Those in a bit. Virtuoso right there. All right. I'm just going to throw this on Facebook real quick that I'm live. Yeah. Well, for those watching on replay, there's nobody here live with me at the moment, so. All right. Can I hear myself? All right. That's a bad lag. Because I'm speaking now, and you'll see my fingers tap when I start it. That's about 10 seconds from my end. All right. I got to grab the instructions for the first pen here because it's one I'm confirming that is going to work for me. And then we are good to go. And kits. Virtuoso. That's right, I forgot they don't have any more on that listed. And yes, I know it's pronounced. What the heck? Virtuoso. There it goes. No. Okay, I was thinking that was more complicated than it is. All right, let me get my other phone plugged in. What it is. I got Mike's. Can't get away from me today. Plug that in. Hit resume on that. Mini. Put that there. All right. Sorry, the day after I get out of my real job, I'm always real sneezy. All right. Oh, this is gonna be fun if this don't stop. Ah, sorry about that. All right. All right. Oh yeah, forgot I gotta polish my pocket. I don't exposed to heat. All right. Now, can you tell I kind of losing my mind today? All right, here we go. By the way, this is my last test pen of this model. If I can find more, I'm actually going to make these ones available. I think. I don't need that one. Quickly available today. Better have this one. Yeah. I forgot I gotta send somebody a quick text message too. Do that before I started this. Oopsies. We're just gonna stand this up from 120 to 3,000. Just gonna dress this up real quick with a little nunchuck wire. Oh, it didn't burn at all. Now we got it hot. Make this one a little bit darker. I see another one that didn't mark at all. And go dark and then blacken up. Last grit. Now what I'll do is put this in the sun later today in the UV. I'll turn that a real dark greenish color. It's absolutely beautiful if you get the right piece. What am I gonna grow? Almost out of wax. That's all I got left. I think I got a brand new bar right here. Yeah. Now for the Pens Plus. And for those of you who've never been with me before, when I do this, this is a product called Dr. Woodshop's Pens Plus. It's an alcohol-based wax. This is already completely dry to the touch, which is why I use it, because it goes on fairly quick. I usually just do 3 heavy sloppy coats. And what it does is that alcohol the wax is chopped up super fine into like microscopic fibers, not fibers, microscopic bits. The alcohol will take it deep in the wood, then it flashes off, which is what it's called when alcohol dries. It's like when rubbing alcohol, and you spray it and it's dry in like a minute. That's just called flashing off. At least it's what I've been told, and that's what I use. So if anybody knows different, then hey, this is my terminology, which is why I'm defining it. But I always apply it when it's with the lathe real low, because what I want it to do is absorb in and stay cool. And we're just going to let this sit for a minute while I grab a quick drink. It is dry, but it doesn't really matter if I just want to make sure it's fully dry all over. And I need some caffeine, don't judge me. And our next step, this is a clean paper towel. When I'm doing a bunch of these, I'll get about 15 to 20 wooden pens done with each paper towel, and usually the ones that I dry and buff with last a lot longer. And we're going to take this back up to 3,500 RPM. And I don't want to try yelling over this. And then I'm just going to go over it a few times, just back and forth real slow. What that does is heats it up, melts the wax, and lets the wax expand inside of there. And that's what gives it its nice finish. And then I come behind it with beeswax, which that's all this is, 100% beeswax. And when you're doing this, sometimes you can see where the color changes. What you want is when you're doing that, if you're seeing any type of change, you want to keep going back and forth and keep working it until that color doesn't change or the line quits moving, because that means when you have full coverage. This one I'm not seeing much, but it's usually it'll be like right where your finger's at, like the edge of your fingernail, like I'm using right now. You can sometimes watch it. And even though it is pretty much set, I'm still heating it up because I want my wax to go on nice and thin. There we go. And then I will grab this. third, or I'm sorry, my third clean paper towel. Fold it up just like the others. On this one, I don't know if the camera will pick up. You can, what I'll do is go up. I'll push it till I get a thick line, grab it, pull it back, go back up about where I was at. Once I get all the way across, and just pinch it. Again, I don't think the camera will show it, but I can still see. So I can sorry, I'm just got a text distracted me, but this way I can get that wax to get on there, and that's what gives all my pens their natural sheen, is that beeswax. So I'm not putting any of these together on stream today because I don't have my press out here. So I'm mainly just wanting to get as many of these knocked out as I can. Most of the other kits are inside, ready to go. Blow my tube out. But when I'm done put it together, this will be the way I hold it to write with it. There's all the other pieces, parts. I don't think I can put it together out here without a kit or without a press. Oh, good, I did grab the right one. They have a couple different colors of these, and I was wanting a darker one to go with this wood. All right. Actually, it's pretty sunny out there. Do I got? Here's an empty basket. If you stay till the end or fast forward to the end, I'm going to set this outside real quick just so you can see what the sun does to the coloration of the prints. All right, it's out in the snow. So, well, the bin's in the snow, the wood's on top of the bin. That's why I wanted to make sure I could do that without getting it all wet. Now I need another empty bin or basket, bin, whatever you want to call them. This is where the finished pens are going to go as I get them. And this is, by the way, now we're into what I was working on last week during the live stream when I was squaring everything off. So now I just got to find the right bushings, which should be in the secondary bag. There they are. And if you're not aware, all a bushing is, it is these little metal things I put on. These little guys right here. They go on, and then I just cut the wood flush to that, so that way when I put everything together, it has a nice smooth transition. It feels good to the hands, feels good to the touch. And it's there it is. But yeah, that way it's just another way to make the final product look a little bit nicer. Because otherwise you got to cut it, measure it, 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 and then go, oh shoot, I went too far. So these just make it a lot easier to not have to waste a lot of time. And anything that gets me faster, I'm all about. Before I get too far into this, this is leopard wood. I see a couple more that are in here. I am going to try to probably stick with mostly wood. Yeah, I got some Prismas. Prismas after that. That's everything I had. square it off, actually. I gotta go check one other thing. I thought that was in. Okay. No. If you want to get involved in chat, I do have it up where I can see while I'm checking for a couple other things. But so yeah, if you guys have any questions, throw them out. I am watching chat while I'm doing all this, so I welcome them. If you have any ideas, throw them out as well. Every day you might actually might have a faster, easier way of doing something that I figured out. I would appreciate any helpful tips. It's clear by now. I'll never hesitate to give anybody advice on how to do something. I'm not kind of person because I'll be sure you have misunderstandings. Hopefully the rest of the bushings I need are in the thingy over here. Oh. That's not good. All right. I'll put this right. Stay. Good. All right. Yeah. Then we are here. Here we go. This roughish dull, I got to sharpen it after this one. Actually, I'm sharpening it now. I do have videos on how to sharpen stuff too. It's amazing what a slow speed grinder and a CBN wheel can do though. These are both on the same power strip, so I try not to run them both at the same time. All right, here we go. Looks like YouTube or the YouTube app's freaking out. Am I missing anything? Okay, I am not. It's been half an hour. I realize it's about 2 o'clock. Or 2 o'clock on the nose. That's crazy. Alright, back to sorry, I am really scatterbrained today. And I do sand around 15 to 1700 RPM. That's mainly because the sandpaper doesn't get so hot I can't. Otherwise, it gets. If I run it at full speed, this paper gets so hot I can't hang on to it. It's just. And you don't need a lot of pressure or down pressure when you're doing this. Just enough to hold it on there and make sure you're staying in contact. Shoot, that's the other thing I forgot. I forgot I got to drill another one out for that. I found a whole bunch more fountain pens too. I'm wanting to get done, but I want to get through what I've got ready because it's starting to take up too much space. And we're not doing any fancy lines on this one, so we won't be doing any line burning. So not stopping at 1,000 grit like we did on the last one. So, and I do prefer these over the regular slim lines because they have this little bump in the middle. The piece itself isn't that big, but it makes a world of difference in how it feels in the hand when you get a little wider. All right. There's the sanding done. Now I need my 3 paper towels again. Locked over my lid. Really don't want to lose that. Because otherwise, without it, the stuff dries out too fast if it sits. And if you're a turner, this stuff's also good for bowl finish. Just make sure if you're using it exclusively, you warn customers. Salad dressing can actually burn through it and cause it to just not be on the wood at all, and then it's not going to last nearly as long. That's why for bowls, I usually try to use something like walnut oil or mineral oil. Speaking of bowls, I gotta get some more done here soon. I just realized I forgot to do a step for these two as well. I forgot I need to start water popping pens because if they get wet, they get sometimes they can feel real nasty after. Oh, there's the other one. Now we're just going to heat this one up again. that are finished. I got any water out here though. It's all nice and ooey gooey and all nice and hot. Now this will get all ooey gooey and melty from the heat and the friction. All right. And there's our first leopard wood done. All right. Now we're just gonna pull these off. And I'm sticking with this style of pen for a while, so I'm gonna leave that one bushing on. And in between every one, I'm just gonna rubber band these guys together. That way the match, or this is cut off one continuous piece. So that way, because I'm trying to keep the grain matching on all of them. Some of these I forgot to mark. There it is. Sorry, matching grains, thrilling to watch, I'm sure. No questions or anything? Just because it's bugging me, and I see zero here. Looking for the other day. Okay. I just saw part of what I'm looking for, but it's over there. All right, I'm back. This is the thing about leopard wood. It turns to powder as soon as you try to cut it. Even with a freshly sharpened tool, it just powders up. We're gonna try a skew. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in chat. I am checking it every minute or so. Yeah. I need to grab a quick spray bottle. I need to grab a spray bottle real quick. The bottle. Wow, I'm not having to sleep at all. What happened? There's our spray bottle. Heater to melt some ice real quick. I got my heat gun out here. I feel like that would be better. Let's see if I can get this stuff. What's up right here? Here. Time to do some drilling work with water. We're gonna melt it. Thrilling, I know. Trying to think of a way to rig this up so I don't have to hold it here and hold the whole thing. It ain't working. I just gotta hold it. We're gonna give it another minute or two, and then I'm just gonna grab what I got. Sorry about this, folks, but by the time I go inside and get this thing filled up, deal with my dog, and get out, I really do think this is gonna be a bit faster. I think I just had a thought. All right. That was at least get me a start. Sorry for anybody that's joining now. I ran out of water out here, and I don't want to go inside and get my dog all worked up just to leave him in there. I found a nice block out here that I'm trying to get it to melt. And it got me about 6 ounces. That should be enough to get quite a few of these ready. Cool. So we're just going to throw this ounce right here. Yeah. There we go. I will understand it. This is another. Oh, shoot. I didn't think about that when I set this thing down. I just got a bunch of junk on the side of it. We've welded part of the bucket to it. Right. Okay. All right. Number 2 down. Yes, it's technically number 3. And I'm done getting distracted. We're now in full on production mode. Only thing I might do is run out here after 3 or 4 more puns and roll that one I have sitting outside in the sun. So that way at the end of this I can show you guys the color change on it. Tired of leopard wood. Got it. I see a new one. How we doing? Oh, he ran away. Oh, wait, you can say hi. How we doing? Any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. We're just turning some pens. Right now I'm putting some finish on. Ah, this is just a fancy type of wax that works its way in via alcohol. As the alcohol dries, leaves the wax behind, and then we just build it up from there. Pretty. All right. This phone's still on. How we doing? We're just throwing some puns on the lathe, so if you got any questions, throw it in chat. I'm just getting these ready because as I turn them, these are match sets to each other for the grain patterns, so I just rubber band them together as I finish. It's also why I pre-rubber band them after I cut them. I forgot to mark a bunch of these, but fortunately, I've gotten pretty good at matching grain patterns quick. Now we're just putting the bushings on. That's so I know how far down to cut. I don't go too far. Crank the speed up, crank that down. Now we start roughing. This is some purple heart as well. Fun fact, this is the natural color. It comes right off the tree. Here's another big piece of it. Actually, I have 5 of them that size laying around right now. Very hard wood, very pretty once everything's done. We got a flat spot on this one. There, that's it for the roughing gouge. Now we're on to the regular spindle gouge. And now to finish it up with the skew. Oh, lost somebody. Now we're just sanding away. 120, 180. When you do a good job with your skew, it don't take long for these lower grits. Here's a 240. $400. 600. 800. 1,000. 2,000. I misspoke. That was 2,000. Sorry about that. Water pop. Can you tell how warm I got it when it's cold out here? Now we're gonna help speed this up. All right. As always, if you got any questions, throw them in chat. Now we got some finish to put on. That's too fast. There's our first coat. As this cools down, it'll dull out a little bit. I don't like I don't like glossy wood. Looks like plastic to me. Last coat of finish. And now we got to set it. So the way we do that, speed it up, let it run for a minute. And then we just apply a paper towel and do a little friction heat. Get that all knocked out. And then for the final coat, beeswax. We'll just work the first side in. Slowly bring this next side up. Take it back and forth a little bit. And there we go. And there's a Purple Heart trimline pen. Ready to go in the box to go back inside for the final assembly. And hopefully to your pocket soon. Or desk. Or clipboard. Or car. Or wherever you want it. We do that so we can keep the match sets together. We got to make sure our grain pattern's matching, which it is. And we pop that in there. Crank that back up to speed, and here we go for some more Purdue. I'm gonna try this one a little different. Try to speed this up a little bit. Just skipping the regular gouge and going straight to the skew. I don't like it. It's gonna take longer. So, traditional spindle gouge. Back to the skew for the rest of the shaping. I'm going to put a new edge on this real quick. And that's all that takes. Now we're back into sanding. And I've done it at half speed. Grab my sanding discs. And that marks an hour and a half. By the time I'm done with this, that's 5 wood pounds. Probably about an hour of honest turning. So 5 pence an hour, that ain't too bad. Of course, all we're doing today is the fun part. We're not actually. I forgot to water pot that. So we. I forgot what I was gonna say. Got distracted by my earbud going, which is its warning of, I'm running out of power, please charge me. Right. I'm gonna get some more water off this real quick and pour it into my bottle. We do got some plastic and acrylics coming up in a little bit, which is why I'm trying to get as much of that water out as I can, because I'm going to be using a lot more for the last buffing of that. That's why I keep stopping to get what I can. I hope this well. See the ice block. That's not good. It's on the ground right behind me. All right. There. Well, it's been an hour and a half. I haven't gotten any live chats. I think I'm going to finish this one up and call it. I'm going to be out here for a while, so if anybody wants to do anything later, let me know. I will be on here or out here working. or inside putting stuff together. And there's a couple things I want to get done, and it'd be boring to watch, so I don't want to torture you guys with it. So I think I'm gonna take care of that and then get back to it. I might do one later on. I haven't decided yet. And I just got a text message I really got to look at, so I'm definitely gonna be hopping off of here. All right. Because if that's the one I think it is, I might be I might have another interview here hopefully soon. So with that, I will say be safe, have fun, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and cats in the hats. And that be that. I'll probably be back on later in a little bit, guys. I'll see you then.